What's up, guys? So today, I am not doing one of the scheduled workouts. Just did my own thing. I'm still planning on going through the whole week of programming. There's 2 days left. The more compound workouts. So the first one is more bench and shoulder press, that kind of stuff. That's day 4. Day 5 is rows and easy bar cheat curls, or seated curls. So those are definitely super important, but I guess I have tended to neglect them a little bit just because it requires me to go to another gym instead of the apartment one that I always work out. And also so it's a harder workout. It's harder to get there, much harder to film there. So those are some of the reasons. But today I am doing this stuff because I woke up and I was still a bit sore. My chest and everything was a bit sore from 2 days ago. So yeah, especially in certain muscles like my forearms and especially on my right. A lot of that stuff will bounce back quickly, but I'm still really unconditioned, and doing some push-ups and chest flies is gonna make me sore for a few days. So I think I'll be good by tomorrow. And since I'm not really doing arm wrestling specifics, hand and wrist for the next 2 days, I thought I could do a little bit of that. And if you guys know, I got these arm wrestling handles from Gripzilla. Like I mentioned before, but he sent me a whole set of grippers as well as these two handles for free and asked me to promote it. And that guy's going viral on YouTube right now. I don't know if you've come across his shorts of him just gripping things. And even my friend who's not an arm wrestler or into grip or anything, we just saw those YouTube videos and got a gripper from Gripzilla, which is cool. But anyways, when I got these, a lot of people use them to do wrist curls, but I always had this idea that it's not really I felt that it would be an inefficient way to do it. And everyone always shits on Michael Todd for being oh, he's not using it the correct way. So I was kind of not willing to try it out as much as I should have. I just thought I'll stick to the handles that I think I know how to use. But I was watching this guy's live stream, and he was talking about how he uses a smaller eccentric handle. So the one I have is 7 centimeters in diameter. He says, yeah, I use the one that's 5 because I think it's really important for a top roller to be able to get a good grip, get your fingers around, so I was thinking about that a little bit. I'm because the handle's definitely pretty hard for me to grip. So one of the problems I have is there's a hole in the middle, but I can't really put my thumb through there because if my thumb is in contact with the bottom of the hole, once the weight gets heavy, I realize that I'm pushing it down with my thumb as well, and it's really hard to avoid that. So I try to keep my thumb out of it, and when I do that, I get a very shallow grip, so it's at the very top of the handle, so I'm covering barely, and it's at an angle, so I'm not really fully gripping and controlling the handle, which I think is still fun and I think is really valuable. But it's just one of the things that have been on my mind, because everyone's always talking about oh, the flat finger position, and they always make this hand where their fingers are 90 degrees from their palm and it's completely flat, and there's yeah, it's the flat finger strength. When I grip the Mazurenko handle, it's 45 30 degrees up. It's not that at all. And like I said, I don't think it's really a problem. If I hold someone that I can get such a deep grip on, I'm not really having a problem anyways. And I definitely grip people that open my hand up just from the size of their hands all the time. So anyways, I'm not necessarily saying I'm gonna change anything or that one is better than the other, but I thought I might as well give it a try. So that's basically why I did those. Basically I use it as an eccentric handle, so I did 70 pounds for reps, and I can definitely get a better grip around it, and I really liked it. So yeah, I mean, just maybe the gym handle I use, I'm not really in love with it, but it works. Just trying to figure out where to put the gym handle grip within the strap, because it can change the pressure, how much it's on your top fingers, bottom fingers. But overall, I think it was really good, and maybe I can like implement both of them. Because I'm only training my fingers like once a week. So I was also planning on doing other things. So oh, another one that I'm doing right now is fat grips on the gym handle. So I was kind of talking with Miguel and Alex and Paul, and they're talking about. I was talking about like, because I don't have a wrist wrench. I only have the rolling handle, and I was wondering if those are, like if I really need those or what I can do instead. But I realized I never really used the gym handle with fat grips, so I tried, and I wanted to like really get like a full range contraction on my wrist curls, just because I feel like I'm always doing statics and starting from a neutral position and holding. That's kind of what I do with everything else now. Like I used to do these with a rolling handle, but now from Miguel's programming, it's more like mostly kind of like holding my position, just like statics. Even when I do the like wrist curls with it, I use my body, so I like push it to the side and then curl it in, which is like not really like a wrist curl. Like I do it because I think it's just basically like working your side pressure, and then you're still basically doing like a static lift and then a little bit more, but I don't really consider it as like a full range motion, which so like I just wanted to try it a little bit, and I couldn't move a lot of weight because I could get a lot more with like slightly less range of motion, but as soon as I went over, I wasn't able to get the full like last bit of contraction. So just stuck with the relatively lightweight, like 30-40 pounds, and then just did a bunch of reps. And then I was planning on doing a bunch of things. I wanted to work out my thumb pronation a little bit. I also thought I could do some grip stuff with my towel, and actually one of the sets, so I don't know if I've already gone past that, but yeah, so you've seen me do the pronation like through my thumb, but with the hoodie between, like on the back of my hand. That's like what you do to create space and like isolate your pronation more. So it was a little bit tricky to set up, and it's not like, and I just stuffed my hoodie in there, so it's not like very consistent, but kind of worked. But actually one of the sets I did it, and then I didn't record, so I did one more, and then that kind of pissed me off, and I was kind of getting tired, so I was planning on doing a little more things, but kind of wrapped it up a bit earlier than I wanted to. And the reason I did it with the hoodie is just because I feel that when I do these, it's like mostly an arm workout, and I didn't want to really work my arms that hard. Just wanted to do more like forearm and specific stuff. So I thought with the hoodie in the back it would help, but then after a point I was like, it's too much work to set it up, so I just did it normally. And I know that this has to work your pronation to it, even if I don't feel it, just because if the weight gets heavy I can't lift it off, and obviously it's limited by my pronation. So that's kind of what I did. I try to do rows with the towels, which I did a while back, and I thought it was really good, and it worked my bottom two fingers really well. But at the end of the workout I tried it, and I couldn't even get a good grip. Like my forearms are so pumped. Just doing those wrist curls, yeah, got my forearms insanely pumped. So yeah, that was basically it. And hoping to do the next 2 days, like I said, over the weekend. I have been consistent on posting this week, so I really want to be able to get through it, but we'll see. I kind of want to pull on Sunday as well, but maybe I can work out and then go pull. Yeah, we'll see. Yeah, and I noticed like 2 videos back, my audio was really like all over the place. My voice was way too loud, and so I kind of adjusted it in the last one, and then probably this one too. So let me know how the audio was, and if you watched the whole thing, thanks so much for watching.